Doo-wops and hooligans, unorthodox jukebox, 24-karat magic, an evening with Silk Sonic. Those are Bruno Mars' album titles. Now he's broken a 10-year hiatus, releasing The Romantic. Was it worth the wait? And what else does he have going on? I'm Jess. Let's recap Bruno's discography and compare it to his recent work on Music Media Review. It's mind-blowing how long Peter Gene Hernandez Jr. has donned Bruno Mars' stage name. He wrote Florida's Right Round 2009, CeeLo Green's Forget You 2010, Adele's All I Ask, which came out 2011, and guest appeared on 2 hip-hop songs. 2009's Billionaire with Gym Class Heroes frontman Travie McCoy, and B.O.B's Nothing on You. What a resume! Around this time of the year, I heard Bruno's angelic voice on Nothing on You's music video, watching VH1. I wanted to hear more than him sing in the chorus. Got my wish rest of 2010. Billionaire was re-released over the summer, then Just the Way You Are charmed a preview for his solo debut album, Doo-wops and Hooligans. Curating love songs for the ladies and speaking for the guys, its hits blended catchy retro rhythms, attributing Bruno's harmonies supporting the lyrics. Hooligans is also the name of Bruno Mars' musicians, entourage, and fanbase. Just the Way You Are is a piano-beautifying sonnet. Marry You's chiming bells set viral proposal videos, giving fans the power to market their own congratulatory moments. The lazy song's chill brings out Bruno Mars' Hawaiian ancestry. I picture a ukulele or reggae narrating his day off. Speeding things up, Runaway Baby swings like a Motown groove. Grenade reverses Just the Way You Are, metaphorically dealing rejection. You can tell these were self-written, matching the moods you'd expect. Unorthodox Jukebox pushed harder, spanning 2012 to 2013. The guitar work in Locked Out of Heaven sounds something the Police rocked out. Not one bit was sampled, often compared to 1979's Roxanne. When I Was Your Man's piano ballad regrets one who got away, Treasure splashes disco, Gorillaz a wordy, lustful power ballad. Bruno Mars projected louder on Unorthodox Jukebox, again sticking to versatility. He really fought to freely express himself and not be a formulaic pop star. Producer Mark Ronson elevated global stardom, inviting Bruno and his hooligans onto 2014's Uptown Funk, his biggest single, getting everybody dancing anytime it gets played. 2016's 24-karat magic swept Grammys, reinterpreting funky 90s R&B, the jazziness to make you want to dance, and hearing him speak suave. Taking cue from Treasure and Uptown Funk, the hooligans were packaged in 24-karat magic's fame. Its title track, Chunky, Perm, and Finesse exploded feel-good party jams, especially Cardi B amping Finesse's remix. I love it. That's What I Like and Versace on the Floor makes the moves romanticizing before getting to Gorillaz intimacy. All 3 Bruno albums span 2 years each. I don't think anything was planned when the pandemic occurred. Silk Sonic's side project could have filled in the lulls because nothing was going on, conducted under safety regulations. Itching to compose another nostalgic reinterpretation, Bruno covered ideas with hip-hop musician Anderson .Paak. He opened for the Hooligans on 24-karat's Magic Tour and was interested in reuniting with them. Reaching out to Parliament Funk guitarist Bootsy Collins, he labeled their reworked 70s R&B duo as Silk Sonic. Leave the Door Open premiered at 2021's Grammys, won for the following year, put out an evening with Silk Sonic's record, and played a Vegas residency. Tough to top that, and yet 2024 gave us 2 pairings teasing some sort of return. Slow power ballad Die With a Smile with Lady Gaga, and K-pop rocks Apata sung by Blackpink member Rosé. Both songs are global number 1s, VMA winners, but aren't on 2026's The Romantic. Die with a Smile closed Lady Gaga's 2025 mayhem Apatuz on Rosé's 2024 self-titled album. Does that rule out potential bonus tracks if The Romantic expands to a deluxe album? I think it'll depend on consumer reception. Enough anticipation. I've got the rundown and my critique of The Romantic. Publicly, The Romantic got released February 27th. Followers of Bruno Mars' social media tuned into a sneak peek a night early. The reason why this came out after Valentine's Day is because iHeartRadio sponsored an exclusive Romantic Radio livestream, watching Bruno play you track by track. You could have heard it on iHeartRadio's Love Song station, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and TikTok aired a video on Bruno Mars' account. I was among the 68,000 who watched on TikTok and will share some of the screenshots I took on Music Media Review's social media for a follow-up post. It was thoroughly entertaining seeing Bruno sitting behind a radio production board. The Romantic's album artwork in the background of eye-level album shelves, a red neon sign above scripted Romantic Radio, and an iHeartRadio logo-lit sign hanging above. iHeart may have unlocked another alter ego. Bruno's on-air personality felt so at ease, the live chats kept questioning if they were watching AI. It was that perfect, creative, and funny. I loved when Bruno kept on playing the sound effects mixer. He even wanted to take it home with him. Images of radio station decor looped while songs were playing. The Romantic spinning on vinyl, a company landline phone. We all had the coolest time listening together. Reminded me of the listening parties my college radio station would have. I think they still do it each semester. Indie soul singer Mayer Hawthorne started doing this on his SoundCloud too. I recommend it if you haven't heard it, and we'll share his links. I saw him in concert twice and met him at one of them. He's a really nice, talented guy. The idea of Mayer and Bruno getting together would be ideal. With the overview I gave about Bruno Mars' past work, 2 genres are implemented on The Romantic. A new one fans were raving over literally was Latin. Smart marketing to put out same month Bad Bunny performed his Super Bowl fiesta. Bruno revealed looking up to his father's culture, writing opening track Risk It All, Cha Cha Cha, and Something Serious. Composed in salsa, rhythmic bongos, mariachi horns, bossa nova, and soulful rock. Something Serious closely replicates Santana's 1970 hit, Oyo Como Va. Bruno just explored an interesting subgenre to his pop R&B hip-hop reputation, retro Latino soul in English. I'd associate a special part of The Romantic is showing love to his dad. Bruno stayed with him when his parents divorced because they both loved playing music and his sisters lived with their mom. Sad to read, Bruno Mars' mom succumbed to a brain aneurysm in 2013. His dad is still around and should be very proud pursuing their dreams off father-son Hawaiian gigs. Second fusion, The Romantic soundtracks, Groovy Soul. Horn players stick around, orchestrating slow R&B, widening melodies a little more than Silk Sonic's chord progressions. I thought about my dad hearing these songs. He's played piano since he was a kid, once in a while at home, and gravitated towards R&B records growing up in the similar 60s, 70s era that Bruno's dad probably did. Specifically from the 70s, my ears picked up on imitations of the main ingredient, the Stylistics, the OJs, full accompaniment setting the music tone. Syncopated vocals on God Was Showing Off, Why You Wanna Fight, On My Soul, Right On, Bruno. In other areas, lead single I Just Might and On My Soul channel a little disco. I Just Might is The Romantic's promo single. Came out January 9th, topped #1 on the Hot 100 and Rhythmic Radio. Looks like its music video animated the romantic self-portrait of Bruno wearing the sweatband on the artwork when he's singing lead with his doppelgangers, and most likely the same recording studio set where Silk Sonic filmed Leave the Door Open. Placing I Just Might on track 3 showed music chances the track list would vary. Answering my other question why Die With a Smile wasn't added, the final 2 tracks sonically waltz out. Nothing Left cries out like Grenade, Dance With Me practically a lyrical sequel to When I Was Your Man. Plugging these songs were a great idea, simulating radio entertainment. Bruno Mars delivers another eclectic album, saluting love as a lover and smooth savant experimenting classic into current. No doubt the romantic will debut top of the charts. I also attached a 2012 SNL skit in the episode notes when Bruno Mars impersonated celebrity singers as Pandora's intern, saving their artist stations during a technical outage. He did such a great job, the audience applauded each one. iHeartRadio could have gotten the idea to do Romantic Radio's hour live stream from that. The audio will replay all week on iHeart's Love Song channel. I wish the video live stream would be published. It would kill on TikTok and YouTube. Couple more updates to share Bruno's 2026 plans. During Romantic Radio's livestream, celebrity friends pre-recorded call-ins confirming 2 additional artists touring with Bruno Mars this summer. Victoria Monet and Anderson .Paak will be joining Leon Thomas and Ray. There's 4 shows scheduled to my proximity. I may have to splurge if I'm able to beat sold-outs. Bruno replayed Risk It All and Cha-Cha-Cha a second time on Romantic Radio, stalling to gain the 30 million likes goal and timing Dance With Me ending end of the hour. When he asked which song viewers wanted to repeat, the answer impressed him because he teased it being the Romantic's second single and music video. Perfecting Risk It All took a long time and meant a lot, finishing to his liking. Starring in a Mexican Western short film, Bruno sings the lyrics to his bride at an altar, dances with her in their kitchen, outside a blue home backed up by mariachi horn players, and futuristically imagining the memories as senior citizens looking back at their wedding photo. I watched it before finishing this episode, cinematically filmed very well. My picks I recommend on The Romantic are Why You Wanna Fight and Dance With Me. Record Store Day will be observed April 18th, and Bruno Mars is 2026's brand ambassador. RecordStoreDay.com promoted local listening parties previewing The Romantic, and I would expect something else to be coming out. On the video and website, he says, independent record stores are so important because you get the chance to immerse and surround yourself with music. And that's why I'm so excited to be this year's Record Store Day ambassador. I love collecting vinyl because nothing is better than sitting on your couch, putting on a record, and just listening to music like that. It feels like a lost art. To actually sit down, put a record on, and consume, it is a very romantic idea. Go out and support your local independent record store on Record Store Day this year. 2010's Doo-Wops and Hooligans reissued in October. Could a redesign or deluxe copy of The Romantic come out? I'll keep you posted. The next thing I want to see is Bruno Mars finally marrying his girlfriend, Jessica Caban. They've been together since 2008. He just turned 40. Time to hear and celebrate his real love story. She's very lucky, and so are we, sharing the love in his music. Thanks for tuning in to Music Media Review. Show your love on our social media pages on Facebook, X, Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I appreciate those TikTok likes and YouTube numbers so far. I'm so glad you're enjoying my topics. Please share your ideas, feedback, and if you'd like to be a guest, to email musicmediareviewpodcast@gmail.com. Rate and review wherever you listen. Subscribe now on Spreaker, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, iHeartRadio, Podcast Addict, Buzzsprout, Deezer, and many more. I'm Jess. Talk to you next week, giving you my latest music media review.